Hi guys, Steve here. In this video I'm going to show you how to tame a Yi Ling, the new climbing and gliding bird. And if this video was helpful, please consider liking, subscribing and sharing with your friends. Thank you. Now in the category of difficulty, I would say taming this is a pain in the ass. Well, it is for how you're supposed to tame it normally, but I'll be coming up with some ingenious traps to make it easier for you in the next video. So don't forget to subscribe or you'll miss that. You'll need to knock it out to tame it. But shooting it with narcotics won't do anything. Here I'm using tranq darts, but its torpidity's not gone up at all. If you keep shooting it, you'll just end up killing it. What you need to do is get Z plant fruit stun grenades. To do that, you'll need to find a Z plant. They are scattered all over the place, but two memorable ones are by the teleport entrance. Outside, just go down in front. There's one there. Then from a river, go to the lake. There's a little island in the middle, and there's another Z plant there. Then you need to harvest some of its seeds. To do that, you just stand next to it. Oh, sexual. Look at it throbbing away. Just stand there, then after a minute, its proboscis will go down, the leaves will close up a bit, then it will shoot forth its seed. Go up to it and pick the seed up, and there you go, you've got it in your inventory. I would farm a few seeds, as you'll be able to harvest stun grenade fruit faster. Then go back to your base and plant the seeds in large crop plots, and they'll grow into your very own Z plants. And in the crop plots, they'll start producing fruit, and it's these you'll need to stun the Yi Ling with. I'd say take about 30 of them. Once you've got the Z plant fruit, to stun the Yi Ling, you'll need to feed it a narcotic to knock it out. The best and fastest to do that is biotoxin, that you get by harvesting jellyfish in the blue zone. Yeah, you can use normal narcotics as well, but you want to use biotoxin as it knocks it out faster, and you want to do it as fast as possible. You can find the Yi Lings in the green zone. You want a big open area. This is a good spot on the right, just before you get to the blue zone. It's a carnivore, so you can feed it meat, preferably mutton, or you could give it kibble. We've got your stun fruit, your biotoxin in the zero of your hotbar, and most importantly, you need to put on the best armour you've got, as you'll be constantly taking damage, so you need the most resistance you can get. The better armour you've got, the longer you stay alive. You'll need to kill all the hostile creatures so they don't attack you, and you'll need to kill all the other creatures so the Yi Ling doesn't attack them and distract itself. Don't forget you can also find the Yi Ling with the gene scanner. Open it up, go to the footprints, type in Yi as Yi Ling, and there you go, points you towards it. Now for the mechanics. When you go towards a Yi Ling, if it's not attacking anything else which you should have killed, it will aggro on you and the fighting music will start. Then it will fly up in the air and circle you, shooting you with feathers. Sometimes it will drop down and just give you a little nibble, but then it will take off and start shooting you with feathers again. In the bottom right you'll see a counter to how many feathers it's hit you with. You want to wait until it gets past 30 feathers. Just keep an eye on it and keep your Z plant food ready. It might drop down for another nibble, but once it's gone over 30 feathers, it'll be ready to do a dive bomb attack on you, just like that. And that's the mechanic you're waiting for, as when it's hit you with 30 feathers, it will dive down to attack you, and that's when you must throw a Z plant fruit at it to stun it. As you can see, it's doing constant damage, so if you don't have good armour, it's going to kill you. And when it dive bombs you, it resets your feather counter to 0 and starts attacking you again. I tried throwing a stun fruit at the ground when it dive bombed me to make them explode before it got to me, but it seemed less effective than throwing a fruit directly at the Yi Ling, as it takes extra time to look down. I managed to stun it the odd time, but I got more effective stuns by throwing it directly at it. And it stuns and blinds you a lot longer by throwing it at the ground. If you took a shield, yeah, you could stop it from shooting and damaging you, but you wouldn't get hit by any feathers, you wouldn't get to 30, so you wouldn't be able to tame it with one. I tried it having a Cosmo on my shoulder as a shoulder pet, because it shoots webs at attacking creatures. I was hoping those webs would slow the Yi Ling down, giving you more time to throw the fruit stun grenade at it. But it didn't really work out, the webs don't last that long. It flies out of web range until it gets close, and if it did make any difference, it wasn't really noticeable. Plus, if you did manage to knock it out of the sky, Cosmo will keep shooting it when you don't want it to, damaging the Yi Ling so it might affect its taming effectiveness. The Yi Ling's damage does seem inconsistent, like it's bugged sometimes. You saw in the first clip that it did massive damage and almost killed me, even when I was wearing really good armour. Then, all the times after that, as it was shooting with feathers, it was hardly doing any damage. I even had to check a few times to see if I'd forgot to turn off God mode. But all the times after the first, it seems that if you've got really good armour, it won't do that much damage to you. But you should still take Healing Brew to top up your health. And spare sets of armour, because when each piece starts to break, you'll start getting more damaged. Try and fight it in a wide open area like this, so you can always keep an eye on it, as you've only got a split second to throw the fruit, as you must hit it when it's dive bombing you, as that's when it adds torpor to it. I don't think hitting it while it's walking along the ground like this counts. Yeah, you can bolo it to keep it in one place, then throw loads of stun fruit at its head. But it doesn't affect its torpidity, and it didn't let me feed it any biotoxin, so that won't work. Throwing a fruit is extremely tricky to time it right, as you've got to keep one eye on the feather count for when it gets past 30, and the other eye on the Yi Ling for when it attacks. Even with years of experience on slot machines and gaming, I found it pretty hard, as your timing and reflexes have to be lightning fast. I finally managed to get it, feed it a biotoxin, and it passes out, as it's only a low level. Give it a kibble and just wait for it to eat. A good tip is don't tame one if it's right next to another. Try and separate them so they're by themselves. Otherwise, when the one you're taming wakes up, it will immediately get attacked and probably killed by the second one you're trying to tame next to it. Right, those are all the do's and don'ts, so let's tame one for real. Level 55, that's a bit better, but still low. The higher the level, the more times you've got to stun it and feed it biotoxin. But this'll do. Right, let the games begin. I've got its aggro and it's shooting me. I'm trying to keep it in the centre of my screen, while keeping an eye on the feather counter in the bottom right. You don't need to run anywhere because you want it to hit you, you just need to turn around. There's a first miss. It's reset the feather counter, so let's try again. Keeping it in the middle of the screen, but keeping an eye mainly on the feather counter. Wait for it to go past 30, okay, get ready to throw. Wait for it to stop and dive bomb you. Alright, I thought I'd got it, but no. Carry on. Keep an eye on my health in the bottom left. Take some healing brews when I can. Right, there's a creature in the way which is attacking, so kill that as fast as possible. It's hard to see all the small creatures in the long grass. It's landed, so it'll nibble you, then fly off. We're under 30 feathers at a moment. There we go, over, get ready to throw, dive bomb. Did I get it? Because of close range it stuns you as well. No, I didn't. Let's carry on. Looking at the feather count, go over 30, get ready again. I thought it was going to land then. Another miss. Does turning around like this make you feel sick as well? Maybe they've put it into trollers. I think I'm hitting it in the air as it's flying towards me, as the shot grenades go off. So maybe it's an accumulation of the grenades hitting it that finally knocks it to the ground. Or maybe I was just a fraction of a second too late, as we go round again. Looking at my feather counter. Damn. I looked up, wondered why it hadn't attacked, looked down and missed it. Right, it's landed. It's going to give me a peck. Go on, off you get. This time, I'm ready for you. Am I going to get it? Place your bets. Yes, I've got it. Go up to it quick and press E. You saw the blue text saying feed it a biotoxin. Just feed it anyway if you miss that. It'll eat it, then fly off again. Because you fed it biotoxin or narcotics, its torpor would have gone up, and that's a process you need to do to knock it out. It's over 30 any second. Damn, there's a fraction of a second off. Right, go around again. And we're going to get it this time. Oh, it's landed again. Just throwing it at him just to tell it off. When it walks on the ground, because it didn't dive bomb you, you still keep a feather count. So when it flies back up in the air, it can dive bomb you anytime. But I've got it again. Feed it a biotoxin. Is that going to be enough? No, it wants to go around again. Okay, and let's see if I can get you this time. I've still kept all my feathers from last time, because he couldn't dive bomb me and take them away, so he can attack at any time. Oh, that's it, right in the face. He looked like he missed me and went past. Throw it on the ground because he looks like he's still after me. And press E to feed him a toxin. Well, that actually worked. So I hit him and dodged his attack by moving sideways. He didn't stay still like before, but I still managed to feed him a biotoxin. And that third one finally knocked him out. Drag a kibble or mutton over. You just wait for it to get hungry so he eats it. I zoom out and I look like a peacock. I think me dodging him there was a fluke or a bug, because I tried it again and it kept swerving in and hitting me. I'll skip forward a bit so you don't have to wait. Just under 2 minutes later. And there you go, we've tamed a Yi Ling. Take the kibble out. Now let's make it saddle. You can unlock the saddle at level 50, so it's fairly early on, and you only need fibre, wood and hide to make it, so it's cheap as well. Let's put it on, see how it looks. Oh, look at its weight in the top right. It can't carry much. Okay, I'm going to need to go back to base, dump everything, then come back. Right, I've done that. Let's try it out. Left mouse button does a bite attack. It's pretty fast at running. Space to jump. Press shift to glide faster. You can go to a rock surface and press jump, and you'll cling on to the side. Press space again and you'll jump off. That puts you into a glide. You can bring your gun out while mounted, so that's good. And if you press space to jump, then dash, which you see on your keyboard, it boosts you up into the air to gain altitude so you can glide further. Then you can land on a rock face, press space and C again to do the boosted jump, and you can climb up any surface. And you can keep doing that to gain height, then jump off and glide further. Keep an eye out on your creature's stamina because it uses it up to do this. So I would spec points into stamina, so make sure you can do it a long time. Press space again to bring your wings in. That lets you drop. You can also cling onto the side of trees. When you've gained enough altitude when you're gliding, you can look down, press right mouse button and shoot at creatures below. The view below isn't that great, so you might want to switch between first and third person. I just land back at base, and if you press R, you can bring up a selection of different kind of feathers that are different ammo types. Razor is your standard, then you've got sedate, slime, poison, and volatile, and you'll need to have the correct resources in your Yi Ling to be able to make that ammo. But I'll let you have a little game of working that out for yourself. I've done the hard bit for you. And that's the best way and info to tame a Yi Ling normally. It's a bit of a pain, so I'll be coming up with some awesome traps or cages to tame them easily. So don't forget to subscribe for that. You won't want to miss them. If this video was helpful, I'd appreciate it if you'd click like and subscribe if you've not already, as it will help out my channel. Click bell notifications on all to get notified when I upload next, and share this video with your friends please, as it helps me out. Thank you. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll link other videos at the end. Goodbye. Check out my how to tame a Cosmo spider. It'll be very helpful for you.